is always someone reinventing something, getting your exact business and adding a cherry on top and selling it to your very customers who will be now diverted from what you are selling to what the other person is selling. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, Stesh is my name, and today I come to you in the spirit of entrepreneurship. Today we are going to discuss the topic of things they don't tell you about entrepreneurship. And I'm coming from a place of knowing because I have been in entrepreneurship for quite a number of years. I've failed, I've started again, failed and started again. So I just felt like sharing this with you, my YouTube family, because I know for a fact that many of us have now gone into business, both as side hustles, but also as main businesses. And these are things that we should be discussing on this channel, because these are things that also affect the modern millennial. Bringing me to my first point of this topic is profits are not realized in the first or second year of business. This is basically because the first money that you make from a business, even when it's over and above your expenses, and profit in this case is money that you get after you have paid off your business expenses, and then that balance that remains after you've paid your taxes, business expenses, then that money that remains that you got maybe from clients is what we call our profit. So in this case, you cannot get that profit and call it profit and everything, because it has to be reinvested in the business for it to be able to grow and realize some more profits. So that's where reinvestment comes into any business for the first 3 years or even 5 years actually, because you can safely say that you can now count profit in give or take the 5th year of business after consistently running this business, doing right by it, doing some research, reinvesting in it, doing market research, doing financials, taxation, registration, all those things. So you cannot, it's okay, eating from a business in its first year or second year or whatever, it's like giving birth to a daughter today, and then you start, for us who in Africa, we know things to do with bride price, right? So it's like getting bride price from your child, saying, this is a girl, so eventually she'll get married, so I could as well start getting bride price right now. So that's something you cannot afford to do if you want your business to grow. So yes, profit can only be counted as good profit when you have at least been able to reinvest some money, grow the profit, and then you can start counting that in 3 or 4 years of the business, or even the 5th year of business. That's when you can strongly say, this is the profit that I can now eat as a business owner. Okay, bringing us to the second point of today's topic is market research. Market research is very, very important for any business, and this is because imagine a situation where you order for shoes at this place, right? And you know that they make shoes and everything, and you order for a pair of shoes. They do not ask for your shoe size, the color that you want, any specifics. They just send you a box of shoes and you send them money, right? It seems a bit odd, because then you might either like the shoe size and everything and the fitting, but you might not like the color, and the reverse is true. So market research really zeroes down to your KYC, know your customer. That's in business. You'll be able to understand what is it that my customer actually needs. That's when you come up with a niche that, okay, if I'm targeting children between 0 and 8 years old, these are the things that excite them, these are the things that they like. And then when you're coming up with a product like that, you'll be able to know that my target market, this is how much they're willing to pay for this product. This is what usually excites them. These are the colors that they like. These are the functions of this product or service before you're able to design something. Now, market research, first of all, it helps you also be able to spend less time guessing and more time innovating for your actual target audience and market. So even when you're doing social media marketing, organic marketing, and every other thing, you'll be able to know, how do I reach out to my specific customer, as opposed to creating anything out of consumption, out of assumptions and everything like that. So that's what I believe, that market research is something that will save you time in the long run. Like it said, it's very important for you. The longer you take to prepare for something, the shorter the time of execution will be. And I have come to believe that because with market research, using surveys, using word of mouth, using data collection, you're able to figure out what is it that is the actual problem and how can I solve that. Because then from there, we are able to say necessity is the mother of invention. Bringing us to point number 3, a business mentor. Your business mentor is a very, very important part of your life and your business. Here is why. When someone is actually mentoring you in these disciplines of, say, you're doing a business in marketing or a business in a baby store or anything like that, or interior design, look at the people who are already doing it and what they are doing. So if you determine that, okay, this is a person that's doing this great and I would really, really love to talk to them so that they can mentor me in some of these things. First of all, mentorship in itself requires compatibility. It's like a partner, because this person is going to speak into your life, speaking into your business, giving you information. They have to actually have your best interests at heart at the end of the day. It has to be someone that you respect, because someone will give you this information, but if you do not respect them that way, you'll just shove it down the toilet because you don't believe they have anything important to tell you. Then on top of that, still with regards to a business mentor, this is someone who has probably done some of these things before. So they have made mistakes, they have succeeded in some, so they can best advise on what are the things that you should look out for. Of course, that person, it could be nice if the person is also someone that still follows the business trend or the line of business that you're doing, because then they can best advise one with statistics, but also with general experience, and can connect you to people in the similar business line and customers as well, because I have friends who are doing a bigger business in content creation and social media marketing. So depending on the kind of customers that approach them, they send some people my way because of the differences that they may have and the kind of customers they handle. So when I want to talk to someone, I know the kinds of people to approach in social media marketing, content creation, digital influencing, because these are people that have been in this space longer than I have. So they have made some errors and they have succeeded in quite a number of projects. So this is the best way for me to know that, okay, since I want to become better at this, let me go ahead and talk to so-and-so who has done this better than I have. So with this, you're able to have an idea of what you're doing and you're not completely in the dark, and you still have a better way of, combing out all these business fears, the doubts, the insecurities of what if this doesn't happen, what if this does not happen. That person will be able to tell you it's actually very possible if you can do this, this and this. And of course, sometimes it's not gospel truth, but at least you're able to pick out certain pieces of information that can guide your next steps into business. Our fourth point is you can never market your business enough. I repeat, you can never market your business enough. Here is why. Okay, so after you've come up with this whole beautiful plan of your business and how cute your products are and how fancy your services are, you are God's gift to humanity, everything and all that. Now you have to come back to the reality of the situation. How do people get to know about this business? Because marketing is a backbone of the business. Here is why. After you have all these departments, finance and accounting, you have human resource, you have all those things. At the end of the day, you need to sell your business first to yourself, and then to your employees, and then to your customer. Because if people do not buy into your vision as a business owner, because of the way you're marketing it to them as employees or business partners, then there is no way someone outside is going to believe this more than you who actually made it. You need to be confident enough to say, this is what my business does. This is the reason as to why you need this business, So me who has I have a bit of a background in marketing, and I know for a fact that some of the times I have purchased things, it's probably because I have seen this business around over the years. Give an example of Coca-Cola. It's one of the biggest brands in the world. If Coca-Cola felt like it had arrived they would just be sitting back and relaxing and not doing any advertising, because guess what? You still know Coca-Cola, you still know what they do, and if you want a soft drink and it's what you want, you go ahead and get it. And they are in so many countries, but guess what? They give equal effort to their marketing. If it's Coca-Cola South Africa, they'll market in Coca-Cola Uganda, and they are always inventing fresh ideas, things that are on trend, coming up with ideas that are going to pull you in, are going to communicate to all the 5 senses of a human being. That is what we call marketing. Okay? Marketing has to go beyond just selling a product to someone. Sell them an experience. You have to sell them an experience in a way that they will know that when I take this, when I do this, when I use this line, when I use this network, I am going to feel this way. I'm going to be able to do this as fast as possible. Explains the networks and how they come up with 4G, as fast speed internet and all that stuff. It comes back to the fact that if people do not know about your business, it can be the nicest thing on planet Earth, but no one will care, because if you keep quiet about your business, only you will know how great it is, and it will stop at that. Then you'll be sad that you don't have customers. And I'm saying this because I have fallen prey of this. Some days you're feeling good about your business, so you talk about it, you promote it, you do all those things, you invest in it, and then some days you're like, let's just wait and see. I'm sure people know what I do. If they need me, they'll call me, but it never happens like that. At the end of the day, you need to remain relevant into the customer's minds, because there is always someone reinventing something, getting your exact business and adding a cherry on top and selling it to your very customers, who will be now diverted from what you are selling to what the other person is selling. So take your marketing seriously, be online, have online presence. A lot of times you forget to do that. And now that we have algorithms changing of Instagram, YouTube, social media in general, everything is changing, so you have to know what is on trend. And you guys, me, I'm a content creator. I do digital marketing for SMEs. And I know for a fact that the people that have trusted their businesses enough to know that they will perform by investing in them, in doing post promotions, in studying the analytics of the business, have actually been able to reach out more to their customers and made more sales at the end of the day than people who just post on social media and imagine that that equals to sales. That has never been true. So if you need more information about this, feel free to contact me. I'm going to be able to leave my business number down below in the description box, so we can talk and discuss further on business, on marketing, and how you can get your business out there in this 21st century. So the 5th point on this topic is a business partner can make or break, but it's absolutely very important to have in a business. So they can make, and why I say that they can make or break, it's probably because this person is like your life partner. You're making decisions together, you're putting up a front together, you're hiring people together, you're sharing finances, you're growing this company, which is like a child, together. So depending on who you have decided your business partner to be, and sometimes they actually don't really have to be friends. That's probably because it's very easy to blur out the lines of business and pleasure. But you need to look at someone and consider someone who is basically strong in areas where you're weak, and the reverse is true. And of course, then you should be able to have some common values, like life values as well. It's very important, because integrity is very, very important in a business. So if you lack integrity and your business partner has integrity, they can be able to tell you a thing or two for you to do better. But also, as a business partner, if you're not able to sit down and have difficult topics and talk about the hard things in business, if you need to pivot, if you need to take off some products or services, if you need to change certain things, if you need to hire or fire someone, then it's going to be very difficult for you to be with this person, because at the end of the day, this is the person with whom you decide almost everything. You get to sign on the money, they get to sign on the money, you get to say, let's do this together. There are days when business can be hard, and you need someone who is actually going to remind you the reason as to why you started this business. This is the very same thing like what you would need in a marriage partner, you know. So at the end of the day, if you're going to choose a business partner, be able to look at certain things like their financials. How are they doing financially? How are they doing? In that way, you know that they are able to feed into the business or invest into the business, because at the end of the day, you should be the first person to believe in your business enough to risk your resources. Whether it works or not, you'll be able to know that, you know what, we gave it our best shot. Then also their families. Do they have families? Do they not have families? In that sense as well, you're able to know that, okay, this person has a family, so there are days maybe when things will be difficult. Either the wife is sick, the husband is sick, the child is sick, all that stuff. And I need to know that at the back of my mind so that I can support them accordingly. You could actually go into detail of things like chronic illnesses. And these are not things that people invite onto their lives and everything. So you need to know, because this is my business partner, this is how I can best support them in the times when they are not available to do the job. But that does not mean you should not know anything else about your business that your business partner knows. Because again, people become absent all the time for reason A, B, C, and D. And if you need to work on a customer but you don't even have a client database for you to look at and say, okay, this is how far we went with this person, so this is how I can pick it up for this person, then it's going to become very, very difficult for you. You need to have that chemistry as two business partners to understand each other, to have a similarity in brain of, this is what, for example, now, when I'm picking out things like curtains, carpets, cushions for my clients, sometimes my business partner is at work and I need to make these decisions, and 3/4 of the time we are in agreement. And even when we are not in agreement, we come with a compromise. We come up with a compromise of maybe let's do this and then a bit of both of this to make a whole something, you see? So if you're not able to have those discussions with your business partner, you're going to hate it. You're going to hate it. Every often when something goes wrong, you'll always be like, I wish I had stayed alone. I wish I had done this alone. But definitely always have a business partner, because in the days when things are hard, you have someone to share with. The good times, the bad times, the losses and the wins. It's all beautiful when you're doing life with someone. Bringing us to point number 6 on our topic. Decision making is the most important part of the business. Because after you have done everything, done your research and whatnot, you need to come to the point of deciding that, okay, this is the path we are taking for reason A, B, C, and D. And if we are not able to do this, what do we do next? Failure to make decisions is a decision in itself. But every decision we make has repercussions. So for a business, for you to say that we're not going to get another supplier right now because we're only using the other particular supplier, therefore leading you to loss of customers, you see, it does not make sense. And then if someone is saying, let me think about it, if we need to, maybe change a supplier whatsoever, because the one we usually use does not have what we want at the moment, you might be thinking about it now, but it might cost you. It might cost you customers, it can cost you time, finances. So decision making is very, very important, and that's something that we need to practice as human beings in our personal lives. You have to make a decision and stick with it. You have to make a decision and stand by it. As a business owner, many days will come and you have to decide that, you know what, this business is not working anymore, or maybe this arm of the business is pulling us back and we need to cut it off, you know? Or maybe this business could use some growth, and if you do not decide that, your business will be in the same place. It started in the first year to the 5th year, you're still in the same place. Decisions are scary because sometimes you think you're gambling, you're not sure what's going to happen. But at the end of the day, just make sure that you can say, yes, I stand by this decision, this financial decision, this product decision, I can stand by it. If it fails, okay. If it works, well and good. So, because at the end of the day, you're an adult, that's why you're running a business. So you need to be able to make your decisions and stick with them. The last point on this topic is, like everything in life, a business has a life cycle. Like a human being, a business also grows, matures, declines, and all that stuff. So this is basically for you to know at what to do at what stage of your business. For the introduction stage of a business, it's like a product, yeah? So if we're using a case study of any product, for the introduction stage of a product, you'll have to be able to set up everything, the team, marketing, finance, all the departments that are relevant for the business to kick off, right? So of course, when the business reaches that point and it has the momentum it needs for it to grow, it will come to the growth stage. At the growth stage, we are looking at acquisition of customers and retaining those customers and coming up with products and services and marketing those products and services. That's the business growing, the team is probably growing for it to become now mature as a business. At maturity stage, we are looking at a business that's fully fledged for the biggest part, is able to hire and retain employees, but also is able to get customers and retain them depending on the type of business. So when we are at maturity stage, usually that's when also sales are higher. Even if it's a product, that's when its sales are higher. That's when it's on market. That's when everyone needs it. That's when you know that, give or take, that's when a product can even make some profit, some good amount of profit in a given period of time. But then after that, we have the decline stage. Every business has a season, you know. Most businesses have seasons in which they flourish and in which they don't really make that much money. So for example, if people are saying like trench coats, right? If you're selling trench coats, you know that during winter, that's when, or during the rainy season, that's when you'll make more money than in the summer, because people are not looking to cover themselves up in the summer, but they need this winter. So you need to be able to study your business and know the stage at which your business is in its life cycle so that you know what to do. Now, most people after the maturity stage and they are tending towards decline, that's when they decide to pivot. That if my business, me as, of course, a content creator or an interior designer, if I see that my business is now at the decline stage, what can I do to pick it up, to bring it back to the stage of growth and maturity? Because those are the best stages for any business, you know. I should be able to say, okay, this is what I can add to my business. Maybe I can change the strategy. Maybe I can focus on these types of clients. Maybe I can now approach the bigger clients now that I have a portfolio. And this will be able to help you master the art of growing your business and studying your business, and also do some research and see what are other people doing in this line of business, what are the current trends in your line of business. That will help your business grow and mature much faster and retain that for some period, for a good period of time. Also, maybe to remember that it's very important to treat customers very well, because word of mouth can make or break. A bad word is very fast to grow. Like if I did like a service and I post it somewhere or I tell it to someone, forever they'll have that in their mind. And still, if I liked something and I tell someone about it or I post about it, someone can easily believe me and then go to that business because of the recommendation, because of the good word. So how we treat our customers and the quality over quantity, sorry about that guys, will always stand out in which businesses survive in periods like pandemics and which businesses die out eventually. Thank you so much guys for sitting with me and watching this video. Do let me know if you need me to do part 2 of things they don't tell you about entrepreneurship, and I'll be happy to do so for you, my YouTube family. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. And above all, as I've always said, be your best, do your best, and God will do the best. I love you so much, and bye.